just move the microphone, hang on. Loud noises. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here. Good to have you with me. How's everybody doing today? We good? Let me have a look who we've got in the chat. We have got Simon. Hi. We've got Robbie. Hello. We've got Black Sigil Studios. Fresh off the back of his 5k giveaway. Good to see you. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, Patrick. We've got Bounce in here as well. Bouncy, bouncy. Gonna have a good time. Good to have you all here. Is everything okay with the audio and the video and stuff? We happy? This is a Skibbity Fortnite Epic Streamer channel. We've got Cat Maculus as well in the Twitch chat. Choosing to represent the purple brand instead of the red one. Good to see you, sir. Hello there. Got these cameras pointing in the right direction. So how's everybody been then? What's everyone been doing this Easter weekend? What have you guys been up to? Skibbity Slow Rule, how's it going? Starting to draw when you start building your models. Yeah, I don't know what to do first. Bit of painting or a bit of making after we've opened some Pokemon packs to start off the stream. So look at that, 2 attempts. Ah, look, Robbie got it right. Robbie entered the right thing. In Twitch he did, and then he came over to YouTube and dropped the 500. Cat Maculus spelt my name wrong. Hey, Robbie got the Black Sigils in there as well. So yeah, as per the Discord, we'll do the draw on the 27th of April. Which is exactly 3 weeks' time. So let me check that these are all going into where they should be going. Haha, Eskimo, I smell muck. Well, the bad news is that none of those entries seem to have registered. Let me refresh the page. It worked earlier when I was testing it. Oh, what the hell? It's gone back to the old keyword from the last time we did it. This isn't ideal, is it? Technical difficulties, but at least we've got 3 weeks to get this sorted. I tested this 3 times earlier today. We all win by default. If only. I'd be a bankrupt man. I appreciate everyone entering. However, I might have to get you all to enter again. Why is it not working? It keeps resetting my keyword, which is rather annoying. Okay, so those two have worked. Psy and Catmaculus's most recent ones worked. Very, very weird. So it is at least working now. But if I come out of it and go back in, it resets my keyword. So I guess I'm just going to have to stay in there, right? Oh boy. So this has been good to test it at least, right? So, anybody that has entered prior to right now, you're going to have to enter again. The only two people that it has recorded since I've tried to fix it is Psy and Catmaculus, both on YouTube. So if you guys can enter again, give it a good test, so I can check that it is recording what it needs to be doing. Here we go, Eskimo's in, Black Sigil is in, Slow Rule is in. Patrick is in. Yeah, it's working now. This is good. Oh dear, oh dear. Wouldn't be an Olmaph stream if something didn't go horribly wrong, right? Catmaculus is in both Twitch and YouTube now. Nice, good work. How do you enter? All the details are in the Discord, but as you can see above, you type !Olmaph 500. And then we're good to go. Do you use OBS for your streaming software? Or do you use Streamlabs? I use OBS, and then Botrix is my bot. I'm glad we're setting up all of this. I hope we stick to the script. It's the script that Slow Rule wins all the prizes. Let me just grab a water out of the fridge. H2O. I cannot figure out the sub goal thing. In which one? Streamlabs or Botrix? I don't know what bot you use. All prizes go to the Blood God. Yeah, I guess eventually we all end up with the Blood God. Did you get your new shelf? Yeah, hopefully you can see behind me. There are now 5 bookcases and 2 plastic shelves. Yeah, Botrix is pretty good. I used to use Streamlabs, but yeah, migrated over to Botrix, found it a little bit more interesting. Glug, 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 there we go. So, to confirm, the entries from the very start of the stream didn't work. It is now working, and it has Catmaculus, Psy, Eskimo, Black Sigil, Slow Rule, Patrick, and Catmaculus. So, anybody that isn't on that list, please feel free to go again. There we go, Only the Details is in, Nordic Baron is in. Good to have you guys in there. And now you've entered, that entry will count right the way up to the 27th of April, which is when we will do the draw. We'll see who gets what. How is the drinking water in the UK? Yeah, alright mate, not too bad. Slow Rule says it's drinkable and doesn't taste like metal. So, did anybody see the... I uploaded a orc short today. Anyone's interested, feel free to check it out. It's only a little short stop motion thing that I made in order to at least have something on there, try and put some content out. Nordic is playing Ark Raiders. Nice. How's it going? Is that an enjoyable game? I am going to open some Pokemon cards. Then I'm going to probably paint a bit more of Rabute Gilliman. Yeah, bouncing is there. We've got 10 entries already into the competition, which is good. And the gloves are on, which means it's Pokemon time. So I've got one of these. Open a couple of packs. See if we can get a hit. Then I'll paint some Rabute Gilliman. Then whilst he is drying, I might even assemble something. There you go, there's a code card there. Right, let's see what we can get out of some Twilight Masquerade. Pokemon, you'll never catch them all. That's too right, Lazy. Hey, Lazy, I uploaded a short today with your vocals on it. And thank you for entering the competition. Let's have a quick look at what the chase is, shall we? Ah, Greninja. Greninja is the big bad boy of the set. Followed by Perrin, the trainer card, and Eevee. So, Greninja, Eevee, Chansey are the three biggest Pokemon pulls in here. It didn't pop up. Why? Why do you do this to me, YouTube? So it's !Olmaph 500, Ian, if you want to enter the competition. All the details are in the Discord. And then right now, we're going to open up a little bit of the old Pokemon cards. Get the light up a little bit. Here we go. So, Greninja, Chansey, Eevee. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Poliwhirl, nice. Gen 1 to start with. We like the Gen 1. Double Gen 1, this can only mean good things. Shinkf, we've got a blue mouse with yellow ears. Clefairy, another Gen 1, I like it. Chi-Yu. Ooh, lucky helmet. Everybody needs their lucky helmet. We've got a Mightyena. John Cena, look at that. That's got to be good. It's pink. It's a big shiny pink card. That's got to be a good pull, right? Then a Clefairy reverse. And a monkey dory. Nice. Nice, nice. Stamp is a bit currently. It's really playable. Nice. Haha, Lazy's found the stop motion. Yeah, I just put a little something together. Because I wanted something to put that song up with and I didn't know what to do, so that's what we did. I'll probably do a few Orc videos over the coming weeks. Second pack, can we beat the unfair stamp? That is the question. Right then, Far-Fetched, again starting with the Gen 1. I like how much Gen 1 we get to see in here. That's pretty cool. Kadabra! Nice. You don't see many Kadabra cards, do you? Harlucha. We've got a handheld fan, which we'll all be needing in a couple of months' time. Dipwin. Rillaboom. Okay, first reverse. Second reverse. Well, that's an interesting looking card. Can we get a hit? No, but we do get to see an Arcanine, which is cool. Lovely jubbly. Some pretty cool cards in there. Pretty cool cards, baby. And the Monkey Dory is a very, very, very good card. Okay. Good to know, good to know. What makes it so good? Get to move damage counters. Nice. Got a Rillaboom. Need to finish the Grookey line. Nids should be coming tomorrow for bouncing. Nice, that's good. Yeah, read the ability. Moving those damage counters. Nice stuff. So let's have a look at how much this unfair stamp is worth, shall we? Out of interest. Unfair stamp. Oh, nice. 10 quid. Not bad. Not too bad at all. Hey, Tyler's here as well. Good to see you, Tyler. Hello, hello. How's it going? You good? Right, where are my sleeves? Some sleeves here. Let's sleeve a couple of those up. And remember, we'll give all of these hits away at some point, hopefully this year. But all you need to win the cards is to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Nice and easy, that, right? Put these off to one side. those back there, put that in the bin. Take these off. Right. Let's have a little look at this guy, shall we? So he's coming on pretty nicely. Just got to tidy back up some of the fabrics, and then do the gun and the shield, and we should be good to go. But yeah, he's coming on nicely. That is for sure. Let me go grab. What do I need? Guess I can use this palette for the time being. Get a little bit of white going in there. Tidy up the whites. I'm gonna go fill this water thing up. Looks great, thank you, sir. I love how Farsight turned out, so I have faith in the twin lance. Nice one, dude. Yeah, you did a real good job on that Farsight model. Especially the Blossom. Great job. So are you going to be working on the twin lance today? What's everybody else working on? Now Lazy's in there for the giveaway. Good stuff. No, you just need to be in, that's it, yeah. 27th of April we'll do the draw. We've already got 12 entries, which is nice. Golden boy looks super gold, that's it. He is looking good. Just going to tidy up some of the white and then make an attempt at the weapons. But this murky looking water here could probably do with being a little bit more fresh. Only the best spring mineral water for this paint pot. Yeah. So Lazy is working on brass trim tonight, slowly building the unit up. Nice. Glad I'm starting to use different materials other than paint. Yeah. Nice, it's good stuff, man. Black Sigil is editing the last live stream bat rep. Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. And Fahrenheit has finished up the Beast Snagger Boys, the Deathcopters, and a Beast Boss. Nice. Are they going to win awards? No. But are they battle standard? Yes. Yes, they are. Creating a sea of green for your table is always a good idea, Fahrenheit. Hopefully you're enjoying the process, which is good. Let's find a white paint, shall we? Come on then. Neon green and purples, nice. Look forward to seeing that in the Discord. Lazy might also get on to building up the red. Nice. Nice work, my friend. Cracking on nicely. Patrick has been working on some sisters characters. Cheeky bit of kit bashing, nice. I think I'm going to turn to some Death God Termies now. Sounds like a good evening, my friend. Frankie the Fish. Howdy, folks. How's it going, Frankie? Are you good? If I ever miss one of your messages or anything, do let me know. Do try to read everything that pops up as much as I can. Where's my pincers? There we are. Don't know how the paint's managed to dry in the places that it has dried. I'm sure we'll soon rectify this situation. What's quite going on here? Oh, the bowl was stuck in the lid somehow. Never seen that happen before. Kind of weird. Frankie is doing well. Slow work day after a holiday. Fahrenheit's got the same as well. Slow day. I'm back in the office tomorrow. Should be fun. Working day 3 of month end. Lots of reporting to be doing. It's one way to fix it. Ian, really enjoying constructing my Raven Rat Ogres. Skaven Rat Ogres. Did not realise how long it takes cleaning seams and bits left on after removing from sprue. Yeah, certainly can do, especially with older models. Got some real good sprue-y fun times with the older models, right? But hopefully it's going well, Ian, and hopefully you're finding enjoyable. Yeah, don't squeeze too hard. Yeah, I found that out the hard way before, Frankie. I found that out the hard way for sure. Hey up, Patrick's posted Palatine and Dialogus. Lord of Virulence waiting his turn. Nice, looks good, man. I feel like the light on the right model should be switched on. Is that a light? Only the details scored a good deal. 58 Citadel paints ranging from a quarter to full to a third full. No duplicates and meshed well with my current paints. $50. Nice. Good deal that. Less than $1 a paint. That's nothing wrong with that, is there? On the front looks like a big speaker. New update on getting retro stuff. Just got a worm light. Nice work, Si. How did you get that? Was it a thrift shop find or an eBay job? Ian is totally enjoying it and addicted. Wish started years ago. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Ian. Sounds good to me. Shall I do a little bit of the old zoomy so you can see what I'm painting? I moved the camera slightly, so hopefully it should be slightly better quality than usual. So we'll see how that works out. the Far East a goodie. Sai got an Easter gift for his Game Boy Advance. Nice. I like it. And then the details. Got the paint deal from Facebook Marketplace. Nice. It was a light. Now it's a speaker. Dialoguing to the faithful. Awesome. Catmaculus has done a sketch and put it in the Discord. Nice. Catmaculus the artist. I like it. Glow in the dark orcs. Shiny, shiny. The shiny war. Whoa. That feels like it needs like a... You know how I've done the metal version of the Orc War, which is on my latest short, with vocals from Lazy Mini. I feel like those neon ones need some like a really filthy bassline war, which can be arranged. Haha, the dubstep war. Nice. I could definitely do a bit of that. Figure out what I'm going to do with this sword yet. Gotta get it nice and flamey, but I'm not entirely sure what my plan is. Catmaculus spent €90 on orcs and accidentally painted them purple. Now you don't know where they are. Hard to find them once you've painted them purple, right? Right, that's all the white bits done. Maybe this needs to be white too. Right, the white bits are white again, which is good. That's what we're aiming for. Don't forget, if you like the stream, press the thumbs up, take us to double figures for the likes. And if you haven't subscribed, then by all means that button is a wonderful button to press as well. Purple Orcs should fight the Raptors. All we'd see is blood and explosions. Sounds like a lot of fun. Did anyone see the latest jump pack wearing Blood Angel that was revealed today? Any thoughts? Thank you for getting on that like button, I appreciate that. Double figures achieved. Nice work. Now we will aim for 20 and see how we get on. So I'm just going to have a quick think about how to do this sword. So it needs to be like a flamey sword, right? Filet mignon. I think it's going to need to be silver first, right? I think, because it's not quite silver, I've not done the silver yet. So if I paint on some silver on the gun and on the sword, we can take it from there, really, right? Let's grab some silver.
Hey, we got a new subscriber, baby.
Frank, thank you for the sub, my friend. Yeah. Frank, thank you for the sub, my friend. Frank M dropping the sub in the YouTube. Appreciate that.
Hey, we got a new subscriber,
double bubble.
baby.
Jackson Carter. Jackson Carter. Jackson Carter. Thank you for the sub, yeah? Jackson Carter. I think this is catching up from the weekend because we've got 3 for 3. We've got MAAT subbed as well.
Hey, oh, we got a new subscriber.
Saw it in the activity log before the bot saw it. Here we go! M-A-A-T. What? Thank you for subbing to me. M-A-A-T. Thank you very much for joining me, baby. Yeah, I think some of these were from the weekend, but if you are here, say hello, and if you're not, thank you for subbing during the weekend. Very much appreciated. And as Patrick says, we take a little trip through the warp every time we get a new sub, or a new follow, or a tip, or anything like that. Arnold, the goose, is here. The goose man. How's it going, Arnold? 12 likes. We're doing some good numbers. Always good to see you, Arnold. How have you been? What have you been up to? Yeah, it'd be rude not to start an Orc army once the 11th bot comes out, right? Just started my final print for my R2D2, which you've put info about in the Discord. Nice. Let's have a look. Dude, that's a hell of a lot of printing. Just seeing all these plates and all these numbers. And you've only got one print left. Wow, I look forward to seeing this. How big's it going to be? The size of a print bed, I guess. But that's one hell of a project. How's it gone? Has it been smooth? Have you had any issues with it? Oh, that's going to break. That's going to need gluing back on. These braziers... Brazier? These flame holding sticks have taken a right beating whilst I've been making this model. I need a little short stubby paintbrush, ideally, to paint the gun. The old shortened stub. Give this a go. Not that one. I feel like I'm missing a pot of paintbrushes. Where would they have gone? In the little airbrush chamber. I was using the airbrush at the weekend, thanks again to tech support. I was getting a nice bit of base coating done at the weekend. Base coated probably about 15-20 models, which was nice. Kept me out of mischief at the weekend. It's going to be about what's that? 2 foot? 2 foot tall? Nice, Arnold. I like it. Fahrenheit started and stopped in 6th, picked it back up in 9th, and have cultivated a small group of nerds just now hitting 1 to 2k armies, and it's going to be fun. Nice one. Nice. What is bouncing, disbelieving? What have I missed? Haha, me keeping out of trouble. You know me. I mean, I started the stream and my giveaway thing broke instantly. So, I mean, I found the trouble in the stream, never mind at the weekend. There we go, that's relatively silver now. Which is what we were aiming for. Which is good. As is the sword, which we'll put some flames on soon. I just want to touch up a couple of the red bits that could do with being a little bit more red than they currently are. This has been quite an enjoyable model to paint, really. Truth be told. Fahrenheit's been on a painting kick. That's good. That's good stuff. Good to hear. Always good if you come here and paint whilst we're live. Gives you 3 hours on a Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday to do some painting. Maybe even a little bit of making. Just going to get a tiny, tiny bit of blue. Is it here? It is. Tiny bit of blue. Ooh, bit of blue. Literally just want to take some of that shade off the fingers. That's all I want to achieve with this. You alright? Don't want to do too much. And then I need some red to go over the red bits. Let's see how we get on. Look at Arnold in the Discord getting very excited about his 3D printer. Nice. Good stuff, man. This is the red that I wanted. Is the red I wanted still on the desk somewhere? It is. Not a lot of this one left. I'm about to do some speed paints. Purchasing some more speed paints. Might as well do these flames whilst I've got the red paint on the go, right? Oh, nearly dropped it. Nearly sent the Avenging Sun for a nosedive. going to do the flames on here differently to the way I'm going to do the sword flames. The sword flames I'm going to try and do a red base with then like orange and yellow dry brush over the top. Whereas this one I'm going to do a flame that goes from red to orange to yellow as it gets further away from the source of the flame. And we'll see what that looks like. See if I can manage to do it without snapping the brazier flame stick. Look at this, everybody's gone off to do their own thing. People are painting and making. As long as you're having fun, it's fine. Just let me know if there's anything anyone wants to talk about. Anyone that is just watching and not making or painting. Let's have a chat. What do you want to talk about? Looks reasonable. It's actually why I like the stream. It's like we're all just hanging out, that's it. Everybody's just sat working on their stuff. If anybody wants to chat, they're more than welcome to. People are in full focus mode, that's even better. I look forward to seeing what you do in the Discord. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter? Well, what do I prefer? Crunchy. What do I buy? Smooth. Why is that? Because I have terrible teeth. That's only one jar of crunchy peanut butter away from a large dentist bill. How about yourself, sir? Appreciate the question. Yeah, I think this guy's looking pretty reasonable now. Might as well base coat the flames on this sword, right? Right, let's give this guy some time to dry. During which time, I may as well assemble something, right? What shall we build? What do we even have to build? I'm thinking Necrons. I've not built any Necrons since December, I don't think. However, I'm open to suggestions if it's something people particularly want to see. Crunchy all the way, but I can't eat toffees for the teeth reason. Yeah, I snapped a tooth last year on a pork pie, and since then I've been quite cautious about what I. Death God. I like it, Arnold. Bouncing, big Necron. Ah, you want to see the big Necron? Frankie, Vanguard vet models. Good sculpt, but it's missing the iconography and filigree of the old models. As a Blood Angels player, I want all the drip and details. Yeah, the Blood Angels kits that you can get are good for that. I've got one somewhere. Oh, it's in here, this box. Yeah. this sprue, which you can pick up for like 10 quid. This is good for getting all the Blood Angels stuff on. So like you can get the Blood Angels breastplate, shoulder pads, weaponry, lots of blood, which is pretty cool. So that's a really useful thing to pick up if you fancy doing Blood Angels in the near future and you feel like the one-size-fits-all Space Marines models aren't Blood Angel-y enough. Assemble the night. We'll be here all week. I've got a couple of weeks off work though between now and the end of April, so maybe there could be a night assembly stream or two. We'll see how we feel, see how we get on. I don't want to promise anything, but could be a possibility, right? Even the firstborn Van Vets had more details. Just more Imperium iconography. Okay. I've not done a comparison. I'm sure some YouTubers will be doing comparisons, so maybe I'll take a look at those. But I wonder if, because they put so much detail on the bigger, more expensive models, maybe the cheaper models, they've stripped back a little bit. I'll wait to see the whole box and then we'll see how things sit after the box is fully revealed. Haha, week-long stream. Maybe not a week-long stream, but maybe a maybe like a special 6-hour stream if we hit 500 subs. Could be doable, right? 6-hour night assembly stream if we hit 500 subs. I like all the ideas. Ideas are good. Let's have a look at what Necrons we've got to assemble then. Hang on. So, which of these 3 boxes should I assemble now? Anything anybody particularly wants to see? Here is the choice. You let me know what you want to see, and then I'll build that whilst we wait for Gilliman to dry. I'm just going to nip for a wee while she makes the decision. What have people been saying then? The Amantar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody do the Necrosaur. Necrons and World Eaters, tough choice for me, but if I must, I want some living metal bringing life. Right then. Decision made. Let's do a cheeky bit of Necrosaur Amantar. Should be a good one. Should be a good one to make. Looks like a pretty cool model. And Psycow, good to have you here. How have you been? What have you been up to? Right, let's open it up. Let's have a little look, shall we? I pre-ordered this as it was released, and it is part of my 2,000 point Necron army. But Necrons I always find very fiddly, so hopefully this big boy will have less fiddly. We shall see. Psychow, work, waiting for some Easter days off. Yeah, hopefully you get some days off soon. And when you do get those days off, what is the plan, Psychow? What do you have planned for your upcoming time off? Look at this, immediately fiddly. Look how small that piece is. Why couldn't you have just printed it with that piece already on it? So, do you want to have a game of guess the date on the base? What date do you think will be on this large circular base? Got 80mm of plastic goodness here. 2013 from Bouncing. Yeah, that's a popular year for bases, isn't it? 2016 from Patrick. We've got Bouncing versus Patrick on the Guess the Date challenge. And our survey says 2017. Patrick was a year off. Good work, guys. Right, snips, check. Stinky glue, check. Right then, off we go. So how many points of each army do you guys have? Sometimes you can add them all up and have quite a different number to what you think you have. Like my Tau army, I've got a whole shelf full of Tau, but it's still only about 1100 points. We have a saying here, the eyes see, the heart asks, but the wife doesn't and doesn't. I would like to assemble from my nids that are sitting in the box. Ah, you want to do some nid assembly with your time off. That'd be cool. What nids do you have in the box, Psycho? Bouncing. Same year as my little boy. Nice one. So the little boy is starting to approach the Warhammer age, right? I think I was about 10 when I started getting interested in plastic minis. The first time round. That's not a knife. Still not put a new blade in this yet, so it's a little bit dull. A little bit dull for the plastic, still very, very sharp for the skin. Sits in there pretty well. Me likey. I thought that little piece was going to be super fiddly, but it actually fits very well. Which is nice for Necrons. Ooh. And then this piece fits like so. Okay, this is good. You can tell it's a newer design of model because it so far sits very snugly, which is goodly. We like the snug around here. Hey, average dude, I haven't seen you for a while. How's it getting on? How are things up in sunny Scotland, my friend? He's shown some interest, but his taste in armies changes just as much as his underwear. Nice work. And Psychow has about 2,400 points in total. Tyrant effects, 2 Hive Tyrant. 1 you want to build as a Swarm Lord. Nice. I have a Swarm Lord and a Winged Hive Tyrant. Combat Patrol, a Screamer, Neuro Tyrant, and many small ones. Nice, I like it, Psychow. Arnold, Wales is with the current fuel prices not 100% certain holiday option anymore. Oh, that's not good, Arnold. Not good to hear. Yeah, hopefully the world quiets down soon, for sure. We're living in a pretty noisy world right now. If it could just calm down a little bit, that'd be good. Psychow, your English is perfect for me. I'm at my 4th sparkling wine glass already. Nice work. That's what I want to hear. This stream is much better with an altered state of mind. Whether you alter that mind with Tamiya extra thin cement or 4 glasses of sparkling wine is up to you. There is no fuel in Scotland. What? Where's all the fuel gone? I thought Scotland had loads of oil, right? We've got Tommy Watson in the chat. Good to see you. Joined late, but you're doing Necrons. You always bully me for the undead robots. Nonsense. I've done nothing but encourage you to get those horrible robots. And if you can't beat them, join them. Average dude is doing good. That's good to hear. What have you been up to? You've been making anything? Painting anything? Doing much? Patrick has nearly 3k of Death Guard. Ooh, boy. That's a lot. I've not added my Death Guard up recently. And 1.265 of Sisters. Nice, nice, nice. A lot of people have panic bought all the fuel. That's not good. Not good at all. But I guess you can kind of see why. We have a world that is built on fuel consumption, right? True that, they're usually so annoying to build, the parts are so small. Yeah, certainly the older models, very fiddly. However, this is one of the newest Necron models, if not the newest, so this is actually going together pretty well so far. Pretty well so far. What have you been up to recently then, Tommy Watson? You've been doing a bit of building, a bit of painting, a bit of both. Don't forget to enter the competition. Anybody that hasn't done so far, you'll be more than welcome to enter. Win some free plastic or some free Olmaph merch. Free is the best price you can get, right? So why not? What's the worst that can happen? Dr. Pepper. They've done very well with designing this, because usually anything with like a spine in the olden days was very difficult to put together, but this thing's made very well. I'm very pleased so far. I've ordered some custom NCR Rangers from Fallout New Vegas. Nice, that sounds good, average dude. What different franchises do you have stuff from? What's the list looking like? What is the word to enter? Olmaph 500. All the information is in the Discord if anyone wants to go check that out. See how to enter, when the draw will be and what you can win. Tom Watson, might have to get myself one. And a bit of both, just trying to get them all consistent. Nice. Look forward to seeing some more of them in the Discord. Psychow, sold my car 2 weeks ago. I want to buy an electric bike. Nice, that'll be good. Have you been watching Race to World First this year, Olmaph? Yes! Eskimo, I was watching it last night. When they discovered the fourth phase. And then I've been watching Echo go at it today. I think there'll be a winner tonight, right? If there isn't already. Obviously, I haven't seen it once I've been on the stream. Have you been watching Eskimo? Has anyone beaten their percentage in the last couple of hours? I'll be much better off in the city to work and back, but I understand the problems with children who need to be taken to school and or go to work far away. Yeah, for sure. There we go, another few entries. Good stuff, good stuff. Good luck. Good luck, free stuff. Not a bad place to be, right? 17 participants so far. So you basically currently have a 1 in 3 chance at winning a prize, yeah? That's not bad odds at all. If you guys were to win a combat patrol or a battalion box or a spearhead, what would you choose? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think combat patrol or spearhead or battalion box? Eskimo, I saw it myself. That moment was so awesome to watch. Yeah, I was in bed watching it. I was like, whoa, what? And then the same thing earlier when I was watching Echo and they got to the 4th phase and I was like, oh, they're going to do it, they're going to do it, they're going to do it. They didn't do it. Call an ambulance. But not for me. That was the boss in the 4th phase. Missed the info, so thanks. No worries, Arnold. Yeah, go check out the points and prizes section of the Discord. You can find everything you need in there. Psycow will be going for Combat Patrol. Which one? What would you be going for? We've got Heretic Rune in the Twitch chat. Representing the purple brand. We usually have many more people in the YouTube than we do the Twitch. But today we have Heretic Rune. How's it going? Are you good? How are you getting on with the Saturnine box, Heretic Rune? 30k, has it been going well? Stephen Elder will be going for the Votan Combat Patrol. I need more dwarves. Nice, that'll be good. Just letting you know, if I did win, I'll give my prize to someone in the UK. Less shipping and hassle. Well, what I'm going to do, Patrick, is I'm going to order it from the country that it's going to. So rather than me buy it and then ship it myself, I'm just going to order it from like Amazon USA or whatever I need to do. That's going to make it a lot simpler. I've been looking at the Adeptus Sororitas Combat Patrol. Might build a little army from them. Tommy Watson. The Battle Sisters. Yeah, they've got some really cool models, right? Heretic Rune, pretty good. How about yourself, lad? Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. What have you been up to? How's your Easter weekend been? Average dude would go for the Night Lord Combat Patrol. Nice, I like it. I want to give a like, but I don't want to be the 13th. On my screen, there's already 15. Weird how it shows different numbers on different people's screens, right? I was kind of dreading putting this spine together when I saw the model, but they've actually sculpted it very well, which is nice. Although I'm kind of still waiting in the back of my head to do something wrong. Such as... just like that. Glued the wrong end. Got the wrong end all sticky. There we go. There we go. Very long. I don't know how I keep gluing the wrong end. That's twice now. I need to stop saying how easy to do this model it is, because whenever I say silly things like that, I always do something wrong. Psycho. You'd be interested in the Necron Combat Patrol? Yeah, that'd be good. You watch me make Necrons, you want to have the Necrons? That'd be no problem, we could get that over there. Tech support, straight in with a that's what she said. I'm guessing that's about the sticky ends. Oh, it's very long. That's not what she said. Heretic Rune, just finished up my big old Saturnine box for my Iron Warriors. Now I'm waiting on a couple of Terminators from 40 and 30k and a Nighty Night. Ooh, Night Night. What sort of night are you going for, Heretic Rune? And have you pre-ordered any of the upcoming models that have been released? Anything you like in the look of? Tech Sport's good to see you, sir. I was using the airbrush at the weekend. Got a little bit of base coating done and some Zenithal, which is good. Managed not to stab myself in the hand when cleaning it as well, so clearly I learned from my mistakes. So Arnold would go for the Combat Patrol Chaos Space Marines. Seem to be the easiest to convert to Death Guard. Got plenty of Death Guard Combat Patrols already. Yeah, that'd be cool then. Plus you can use the models in the Chaos Space Marine Combat Patrol in your Death Guard army anyway, right? Ooh, not that one. At least this one only has one end, so I can't glue the wrong end this time. Winning. Tech support working on a stealth suit kill team. Good to hear you're getting the hang of the airbrush. Yeah, I've been sat fiddling with it whilst watching TV, just to get the action right, try and get that muscle memory. So that's been good. And yeah, I quite want the stealth suit kill team, but it's like 50 quid. It's cheaper to buy 2 boxes of 3 stealth suits than it is to buy the kill team, in which you get 5. So I don't know, but I do want the stealth suits. Got quite a big base, this big boy. Brush, yes sir. So I'm putting like a black prime on there and then doing like a white over the top, so that I can then put some speed paint on or whatever I want to do. I did some of my old world chaos at the weekend, some orcs. What else did I do? Ah yeah, my Empress Children as well. So should be fun. Got plenty to work on in the coming weeks. Heretic, I order myself the Knight Lancer, and I will most certainly buy the Defiler and maybe the Combat Patrol for the upgrade sprue. Yeah, a lot of it sold out super quickly, right, at the weekend, the pre-orders. I put the, what were they called? They're not called Marauders, something like that though, right? I put them in my basket, and then whilst I was checking out, it went, sorry, out of stock. I was like, oh, right, good stuff. Wow, tech support, you really buggered up my name there. Hey, there we go, you're in. Good stuff, good luck. I was looking at an airbrush with a small compressor. Are they worth it? Tommy Watson. Yes, I would say they are. And in fact, tech support sent me an airbrushing kit. I'll send you a link. It might even still be in the Discord somewhere. But it's a kit for like 80 quid. And yeah, it's been going really well for me. Even though it's only like a little compressor. It's not nearly as loud as you'd think it'd be either. In fact, my extractor fan is louder than my compressor is. Hey, there you go. Discord link for Psycal. Let me go give you a roll if you have joined. There you go. Take a look around. Enjoy the Discord. Thanks for joining us. We're nearly at 200 in the Discord. Never mind 500 subs. Average Dude is thinking about collecting bolt action. Nice. What are the best models in bolt action, do you reckon, Average? Forgot to say, the eBay stream I was watching last night, they sold some painted Chaos Space Marines and they were painted as Imperial Fists. Nice. Nothing a toothbrush and some isopropyl alcohol won't fix. Psycho. I am Megado. Good stuff. Welcome to the Discord. Right. I'm not really a fan of these kind of bases. I think some people love them, some people not so much. If there is ever a case for sub-assembly painting, I think these bases will probably be much better painted before they were put on the base, but not the way we roll around here. All I'm going to do is just dry brush it and call it done. CBA. There we go. Probably British Commandos in the bolt action set. Nice. Well, if you win the competition, I can probably send you some British Commandos. No problem. They looked awesome. What, the Imperial Fist Chaos? Dawn's Chosen Warp Machines. Not a fan of the Tactical Rock. No, not really. At least it gives it a nice, interesting base. It just means that they all look the same, right? And I mean, if I cared enough, I'd have 3D printed a different base and put it on there. But here we are. Hey, look at that. We've got Bouncing Swords posting the Gorkanaut in the Discord. That looks awesome, man. Look at that. Multicoloured rockets. You get a rocket. You get a rocket. Yeah, that's looking very good and very nice. I like it. Not a fan of the Tactical Rock, but Tech Support is a fan of the Tactical Roll. Rock and roll all night, party every day. Tactical Sausage Roll. Baby. Greg's Eat Fresh. I think that's the dream, to have the stream sponsored by someone that makes nice food. Domino's, order now for half time. Tactical haggis. Oh yeah, I do like a haggis. I've not eaten haggis in years. Gene Simmons, you are not. Correctamundo. You are not wrong. But he's not here, and I am. So enjoy my tasty vocal cords. Can't really find terrain for Tyranids. Tyranids have got their own specific terrain, right? There was a kill team that came with terrain, but it's no longer produced. Ah, okay. You'll probably find it on eBay. I have seen it on eBay not that long ago. And yeah, you can definitely find it on 3D printing websites and stuff. There's a lot of Tyranid themed stuff. And failing that, you can just get the StarCraft themed terrain, and it's basically just rip off Tyranid terrain anyway. Flickabling, flickabling, flickabling. Flickabling, flickabling, flickabling. Just carve that bit off. There we go. Knock that on the floor. Diddle-a bing bing bing. There we go, that slots in there, lovely jubbly. I got hold of a load of the STL files for 10th edition that includes loads of terrain. Nice. Terrain's always a good thing to print, right? I like printing terrain. Especially if you're on a PLA printer. Terrain prints off a lot better than the models do. Look for Norn terrain. I bought a Norn emissary at the weekend in my local boys store. I also found out, having been in there dozens of times in the last few years, I found out there's a separate aisle that has Vallejo paints on. And like AK paints, Pro Acryl. It's got all sorts of different paints on this aisle, and I've never ever known it was there. So now I have even more paints to purchase, which is good. Huge fan of the folding terrain. Nice. What folding terrain do you have tech support? Could you put that in the Discord? That would be cool to see. Stephen, I always wondered if this model was tough to put together. Looks pretty good so far. Yeah, I thought when I bought it, I thought it was going to be a pain, but actually, it's been really good so far. I know a lot of the old Chaos stuff with models with bits like this has been tough in the past, but they've done very well in designing this, for sure. What beautiful miniatures I see on Discord. Hey, the only person you need to be better than, Psycho, is the person you used to be, right? Who am I better than? I'm better than I used to be. I'll keep on getting better, so you better just get used to me. And as long as you enjoy it, it doesn't matter what it looks like, right? Just enjoy the process. And if you can't enjoy it, try and learn from it. And if not, then perhaps go and play some golf. I'll give it a look and see what looks good. Yeah, nice. If you were gonna create a model, which one would you be going for? What printer do you have, Tom? I didn't know you had a printer. Hey, Tobias. Good to see you, sir. How are you doing? I am building one of these. Necrosaur Amantar. But it's good to have you in the chat. I've not seen you around here before. A new person. Are you a fan of the plastic, Tobias? Are you a collector yourself? Eons of Battle has some pretty sick terrain pieces. Nice. Congrats on buying the Norn. It's so cool. Yeah, I needed a big boy to take my Tyranids up to 2k, so the Norn has been purchased. I've only got an X3 Mini, but the model was actually print okay. Nice. A little sanding, but the detail is there. Good stuff. I picked up Vallejo 72106 Scarlet Blood. It's such a good red. Yeah, you were telling me in Discord, I think, at the weekend. I need to write this sort of thing down so I know what I'm looking for. Otherwise, I just go in and grab armfuls of paints. Tobias, I'm doing great. Just started Necrons today. Well then, you have found a good stream, my friend. And is Necrons your first ever army? What made you decide to buy Necrons? Tom, going to print the Nightbringer, but it's been a paint print. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. It's a highly detailed, very fiddly model, right? I can barely afford to buy Warhammer miniatures. I can't even dream of golf. That's it. You've got to know where to buy things from, whether it's Warhammer or golf. You can get golf stuff from a charity shop for not a lot of money, or a thrift shop in the US, or eBay or Marketplace. Same sort of thing applies to Warhammer, right? Tobias, enjoying the Necron army there, the best. Everything's going very, very robot zombie today, right? What was your first army, Tobias? And how did you get into the hobby? Okay, right. Let's have a look at this. I'm going to go something along the lines of that. So that goes in there, I get that much. But then there should be another one here that I can't see. Ah, it's a little square. Okay. Well, let's just glue it and hope for the best, shall we? Well, hopefully that's right. First army was Alpha Legion. Decided to paint Necrons because I've always loved them and I can finally afford it. Nice. Bought the Combat Patrol on Friday and your first warrior is done. Tobias, if you would like to join us in the Discord, that'd be cool to see. If you just type !Discord in the chat, you'll get a link. You can come and join us. There's also an active giveaway in the Discord at the moment as well. If you want to win some free stuff, you'd be more than welcome. Necron Alpha Patrol is actually quite good. I got one. The Necron Combat Patrol. Got one a while ago. Nice. Yeah, I got the one that was in the, what was it? The Indomitus box set. Can't remember. It was in a box set. 9th edition box set, I think. I got that one. Right, we move on to the next page. Let's go have a look in the Discord, because when people join I have to give them a role so they can see stuff. Ah, tech support's posted the... Ah, and this stuff folds, does it? Have you printed that? Ah, this stuff looks awesome. That's exactly the sort of terrain I want. If you have a link to that, tech support, that would be cool to see. If you wouldn't mind sharing. Wow, Arnold's doing some interesting stuff in the 3D printing as well. Nice. Folds flat, and it's all printed. Wow, that'd be really cool to get a link to that if you do have the ability to share it. Right then, we continue. Number 10, the little mandibles, the little jaw claws. They're going to eat you up. I don't really know a great deal about Necrons. Maybe I need to get one of the Necron books from the Black Library. Anyone know a decent Necron book? I don't know if that's supposed to... Just have a quick look at the front. It's just little bits that go in there. Okay, that's no problem. We can do that. Oh. Tobias has joined the Discord. Very happy to be around Warhammer fans for once. So that's good to have you here. Good to see you. If you want to get involved and share some stuff in there, you're more than welcome. We're a couple of people away from 200 in the Discord now, which is nice. If you wouldn't mind clicking a like on the stream and even a subscribe would be super useful too. Infinite and Divine is supposed to be a good Necron book. Nice, thank you, Patrick. Good to know. So what's your favourite unit in the Combat Patrol, Tobias? What are you looking forward to making? What are you looking forward to playing? Have you had any battles yet with your Alpha Legion stuff? Are you likely to have any battles, or are you more of a maker and painter than a player? Never played a game. Hoping to try it out. Nice. Hopefully you've got like a local game store that you can go and have a game in. Or even a local Warhammer store that'll teach you how to play. Looking forward to building the Doomstalker. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, we got a tip. Oh, thank you very much, Anonymous, for your tip. Thank you very much for the tip, Anonymous. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Anonymous with the $10 tip. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, appreciate that. Thank you. As the jingle said. That jingle is made by me, written and recorded by me. But I appreciate that very much. That will go directly to the purchase of more plastic paints and other paraphernalia. It is hugely appreciated when stuff like that happens.
Hey, oh, we got a new
And here we go. We've got another
baby.
subscriber. Back through the warp we go. 900. Thank you for the sub, man. 900. Thank you for the sub, man. Oh, look at this. We're killing it today. Appreciate that. The closest Warhammer store is 40 minutes away from me. That's not too bad, average dude, right? That's not too bad. The place that I work at is further away from me than that, so that's not too bad at all. And Tobias is very close to a Warhammer store in the UK. Nice. Another UK viewer. That's good to have. Patrick is in South Africa. Average Dude is in Scotland. Tom Watson is in England. Tech support is in the USA. So we are worldwide, global. Just call me Pitbull. Yeah, right. Picture that with a Kodak. Where did the instructions go? Oh, instructions ended up on the floor because I was too excited about the tip, the $10. Goes straight into the PayPal, which then goes directly towards the plastic and the paints. So thank you very much for encouraging the stream to keep going. Very much appreciated. Psychow, I miss that too. I have no place where I can learn to play tabletop. Only online. Well, you can learn online in our Discord. We have Slow Rule, who is particularly keen to help people with tabletop in the Discord. They have a different name in the Discord though. I forget what it is. But yeah, if you ever want to do any tabletop simulator, the Discord's a good place to do that. And Tobias is going to go finish off my base for the Necron Warrior. Awesome, I look forward to seeing it in the Discord. Won't be able to chat, but we'll watch with great interest. That's the good thing, Tobias. We're all here, and we talk when we can. But when we're not talking, it means we're making or painting, which is exactly why we are all here. So enjoy the base for the Necron Warrior, my friend. Tom Watson, my bases are very plain and boring. Any good tips? I mean, I'm not really much of a bases guy. I like to get some basing material, put PVA glue on the base, and then dunk it in the basing material. Some people will hand place flowers and grass and stuff. So from your local hobby store you can pick up like little tufts of grass and flowers and stuff like that. Basically just get an idea in your head and then figure out how to follow that through. So if you want gravelly goodness or hand placed blades of grass, whatever you want to do, you can do, right? Hey, look at that, Niandrus. My husband Stephen turned me onto your channel. Appreciate that, Stephen. Everybody spreading the word is always appreciated. Hopped off the vid because we're both in the same room. Nice. Squigs rule. Squigs rule, baby. Yeah, we've got some squigs to be painting soon. In fact, we have got a whole horde of squig riders to be painting at some point in the future. So Niandris, are you a bit of a greenskin kind of fan? Good. Always good to have fans of the war. Olmaph, check your Discord. I'll get on that, sir. Let's have a look. Ah, you have shared with me the file for the terrain. I appreciate that very much, sir. Yeah, I'm going to get that 3D printer buzzing away in the next couple of weeks. Can't say Squigs have ever done it for me. But I think if I won, that's the box I would want. Yes, for sure, right? You get a green skin, you get a Squig. The world is a better place. I've used a little cork. Yeah, it's good to put a little cork on your base. Yeah, if Slow Rule was here, they would be going mad for giving you basing tips, for sure. Slow Rule is a big fan of two things: basing and Tabletop Simulator. If you say those words many times, 3 times, they will appear. Tech support has so many printers that one is sat on the floor not even hooked up. Wow. What a time to be alive, tech support. Bouncing and Space Marines. Oh dear, if Slow Rule was coming back to the stream, they'd have seen that and ran away. Here we go, Patrick with some tips. I like to have an overall theme for basing for an army. Then each squad can be a variation on the theme, like all desert. Some can be in the desert where it's an oasis. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Patrick. I like that. I like that. Thank you for the top tips. Anybody else got any basing tips for Tommy Watson? Basing mud and grass tufts. I think the bases on Tommy's models have got sterling mud on them, I seem to remember. Yeah, dry brush some sterling mud or AK basing mud and then chuck some grass tufts on it. Away you go. Right, how does this fit on there? This one looks like it's got the potential for some tomfoolery. Oh, does that just sit on there? Wood? Oh, we've reached our first fiddliest bit. Ooh, okay. Like that, maybe. I make these noises like I've figured it out. I never figure it out. I get it. I get it. I think. I don't know. That goes on like that, which means this goes like this. Give it a go. I think that's right. We'll find out when I put the other side on and see if it lines up. Driveway pebbles. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with just picking some stuff up from your driveway. Preferably your own driveway, but if you want to be a pirate, that's up to you. Have a look around and see what looks good. Driveway pebbles are the most important part. Cork is great, use it to build height and visual interest. Get some sand from somewhere, add PVA glue and water and a bit of craft paint. And you have your own texture paste. Yeah, nice. Although the only thing with building height, if you're... building height looks good, yep, of course. But if it increases the ability for your opponent to hit your mini, then occasionally that can be a problem. But rule of cool over all else, right? For the desert bases, pocket sand. Little bits of leftover bits from your builds. Even the sprue itself can be used for basing bits. Yeah, for sure. That's a good point. Rather than chucking it all in the bin, just sprinkle some leftover bits over your base. Railroad modelling supplies. You get more for your money. Yeah, another good shout from Frankie the Fish. I've used on the stream before the stuff that you put at the bottom of a fish tank, which was infinitely cheaper than basing material. Does the same job. And this sprue is now empty. We've done some really good numbers today. Everyone seems to be having a good time. We've got some people sat in the background painting and making. Some people having a good chat about bases. I've had plenty of people enter the competition for free stuff. Pretty nice Monday, right? See how this fits in. Oh, I've dropped it. There we go. Oh, the amount of times I say "there we go" prematurely is unbelievable, Jeff. Right, I think that's on. Oh yeah, aquarium gravel is boss as well, nice one. I find aquarium gravel too large for miniatures. Let me show you, because I have aquarium gravel right next to me. Although, that piece just fell off, which is not ideal. One moment, caller. Glue this back on. Oh no, now I've pulled the other piece off. I am so good. In fact, let's put that there drying. Looks okay. Let me grab a Tyrannid with the aquarium gravel on it. Here is a Tyrannid. I have many. But as you can see, this base, this textured base, is aquarium gravel. Which I bought a huge bag of. I still have half the bag left, and I've done over 2,000 points of Tyrannids with it. It was like only a few quid. And the box of gravel... Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. There you go, look! Big box of gravel. Yeah, very fine. Lazy Mini got a big tub of shiny sand, works a treat. Nice. The stuff we have around here is quite larger pieces. I'll have to have a look, see where I got this from, and then I can share it in the Discord. Which of course could be useful for people. Put that over there so I don't have to get up again. Right. Is this only 1.5 sprues? Wow. The efficiency in sprue design has come on leaps and bounds. I'm a mechanic. I'm definitely not done until I pat it on top and say, there we go. That's it. My problem is when I say there we go, it falls to pieces. As long as it's not a local shop. I think it would have been Amazon or eBay. Let me see if I can look on my phone rather than messing around with a PC. Hopefully, if I search for aquarium in my emails, aquarium looks about right. Nothing came up. Nailed it. Maybe if I search for sand. Fish tank. Here we go. It was on Amazon. Oh, cool. They do a black one as well. So here we go. As you can see, nearly a kilo for £8. And the brand name is FANTIAN. I'll drop it in the suggestions section of the Discord. 1 second. There you go. I've done something useful. Makes a nice change, doesn't it? Dum 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 dum. Ah, that's aquarium sand, not gravel. My apologies, sir. Sand isn't gravel. Yeah, of course it is. Sand is just smaller gravel. We're all gravel if you think about it. I mean, it says gravel in the description, right? Hola! ¿Cómo está? Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. Jacob, how are you? How have you been? What have you been up to? You seen the glow-in-the-dark aquarium sand? Somebody posted glow-in-the-dark orcs in the Discord today. If we've also got glow-in-the-dark aquarium sand, we could be onto a winner. Jacob got really sick. That's not good, dude. I hope you are feeling a little bit better. Lazy throwing some shade towards the States. Nice work. Be careful. They'll get you. Right. I've got 3 different holes to put 3 different weapons into. This one goes in the bottom hole. Okay, a bit like that. Looks good. See if I can get this right first time. Concentration, here we go. Seems reasonable. Victory! We know the difference between big and small. Texas is big, Europe is small. That's it. How many freedom units can you measure the gravel in? Second wave defiler has just gone up for pre-order. Oh really? Double waving the defiler. It's got a whole lot of hype around it, the defiler, hasn't it? What are the little things that come with it? Is it the mutilators? Oh. I was more interested in them than I was the defiler, if I'm honest. The mini obliterators. As an American who lived in Europe, I don't think Europeans understand how large America is. Germany is the size of Montana. Yeah, America's big. I mean, you get that just by the population. Like, the population of America is what, 300 and something million? Yeah, American drinks are huge, right? Mutilators, yeah, they look pretty cool. But they do look a little bit like small obliterators, right? Like, what purpose do the mutilators fit that isn't covered by the obliterators? Right, we've filled one hole with a claw. Now to go for the second, slightly higher hole. With claw number 17 on the sprue. Choppy choppy. As a Brit, America is fucking huge. Tobias, I'm back and it's finally done. I look forward to seeing it in the Discord, sir. Well done on completing your first Necron. 350-ish. We got like 40 to 100 million unaccounted for. Wow. That's some big numbers, right? One thing I know about America is when somebody there wins the lottery, they have to pay tax on the winnings. That's not very fun, is it, America? Okay, I get that. I get how that fits. So far, even the fiddly bits of this model have been pretty cool. Which is good for people like me with big fat hands and little deck style ability. Hold that, let it dry, let it dry, let it dry. If I break it then I'll cry. Haha, yeah. Driving in America is something completely different to the UK, right? Although the thing in America is, like, they have a lot of long straight roads, whereas roads in the UK are windy AF and full of potholes. You get to play a lovely game called Dodge the Pothole when you drive in the UK. How long does it take to fly from the east coast to the west coast of the States? Long ass time, right? Europeans have no concept of road tripping. And then in the EU, you have to pay a fee. I like how we've got geography banter. Geographical bants in the chat today. Weapon sprue number 16. Chopping it out, chopping it out. I drove all over the UK when I visited. Everyone thought that was so much driving I wouldn't even have travelled the length of California by the end. Germany has the best roads. Certainly possible, right? UK definitely doesn't have the best roads. I think we've currently got about £2 billion worth of potholes that need fixing. And whilst I exaggerate for comic effect, that's probably not far away from the real number. Wow, east to west coast is about 7 hours if you fly non-stop. That's a pretty wide country then, right? I could get 2/3 of the way to South Africa in that time. There are some companies that charge extra or refuse to send to the Isle of Wight. We have the most potholes. No, I'm Spartacus. Ireland actually has some of the best roads in Europe. Interesting. I like how we've turned this into road reviews. Where's the best road you've ever driven on? Where is the worst road you've ever driven on? US has the best road network, but the road surface is garbage. Bouncing. No, I'm Potholicus. Yeah, this is designed really well, guys. If any of you have got a Necron army and you haven't got one of these, you're worried about getting one because it's going to be a pain in the arse to put together. It's actually surprisingly well done, which is nice. The more idiot-proof things are, the better. No, I'm Potholicus. In the EU, is driving or motoring considered a hobby on its own? I guess so. There are a lot of car clubs and stuff. Motorbike clubs and stuff like that. Oh, nearly knocked that off. Silly sausage. Worst roads, Iraq. Yeah, I guess Middle Eastern roads get a special what am I trying to say? Decompensation? My brain needs turning off and on again. As I know the word in my head, but my mouth is not making the word. The best road is Highway 421, Tennessee. Nice. And Frankie's Necrons are all still currently residing in the pile of shame. Nice. The worst I-75 in Florida, also known as Alligator Alley. Yeah, see, we have a lot of deer that run around the roads here. In fact, I saw a deer getting dragged off the road, having just been smashed by a car on Thursday evening. But in Florida, it's alligators. What tastes better, deer or alligator? That's a good question, right? Although that's just going to make me hungry. Wait, has your brain been on all this time? Sort of, yeah. At least 2 of my 3 brain cells are usually working. Tobias has posted models in the Discord, including the Necron. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Model dump. Oh, look at this. You got 1,000 suns. I didn't know you had 1,000 suns. You kept this a secret. That looks awesome. I thought you only had 2 armies. You got Death Guard in there as well. Those Death Guard looks nice. I like what you've done with the base on those. And the Necron. Ah, you've put some crystals on the base for the Necron. I like it. Good work, sir. Good work. What army should I start in 11th edition? Rule of cool, baby! You have Raven Guard and Orcs. Well, the release box is going to have Orcs and Blood Angels in, so maybe Blood Angels. It's all about what you think's cool though, right? Are you a particular fan of Plague and Decay? Death Guard. Death Guard's got some really nice models in it as well. Alligator, deer is trash. Okay, the review is in from Jacob. Deer is gamey and gator tastes like tough chicken. Venison is great if you soak it in Coca-Cola to get the game out. Look at this. Tech support is also chef support. I like it. Tobias has been doing Warhammer since last November. Good work, sir. How did you get into it, Tobias? Like, what made you buy your first model? Alligator is interesting. Texture like steak, but tastes like fish. Nice. Doing your taste buds a bamboozle. Frankie the Fish, deer is gamey. Alligator has no fat content, needs spices and oil or it's dry. Okay. Maybe when I start doing my members only streams, maybe I'll get some meats and do a little cooking stream. Why not? That could be quite cool. Patrick is thinking of crocodile. Is there a big difference between an alligator and a crocodile in terms of eating them? Haha, cougar, and I'm not talking older women, is pretty good. Okay, I don't think I've ever had cougar or even seen it on a menu. Right, we've got 2 more things to go in the other side. We've got number 20, let's chop that out. And if there's anybody sat in the background that wants to get involved, by all means, look at all the random stuff we talk about. Why not get involved? Throw something out there, get involved in the chat, you are more than welcome. Tobias, I just decided to walk into the Warhammer store and take a look around. The guy working there asked if I wanted to try and do a free mini. 30 minutes later, I was in love with Warhammer models. Nice work, Tobias. Yeah. A lot of the people in a lot of the Warhammer stores are really good at their job. The one in Derby, well, I say the one, I suspect there's a few people that work there. But when I went in there, my experience with them was really good. In Nottingham, really good. In the Warhammer World, really good. Whereas, yeah. Psychow, here we have plenty of bears. Do you eat bear? Are you munching on some bears in Psychow land? I love cooking with full bear tallow. Look at all these master chefs we have in the chat. Who knew? I did not know that we had all these cracking chefs in the community. The difference between the two: alligator will see you later, whereas crocodile will see you in a while. Patrick, top banter. Alligator usually has a chewy texture, and in terms of flavour is similar to poultry, but with a slight fishiness to it. Okay. The fat you render off pre-hibernation bears is so sweet from all the berries they eat. I'm getting so hungry now. I knew this was a bad idea. Whereas crocodile meat is mild in flavour with its firm and tender texture, with succulent white meat. Some have also compared it to a lighter version of pork. Okay. Slow Rule, welcome back. Nice short, by the way. Fun stop motion. I judged your bases. Of course you did. We were talking about bases earlier. Tom Watson was looking for some base advice. I told him Slow Rule was the place to go for that. And also we had somebody looking for some tabletop simulator fun times. Again, I pointed them in your direction. We said Slow Rule likes three main things. 1, bases. 2, tabletop simulator. 3, Space Marines. The guys who work in the Leicester store are the greatest. Nice, that's good. Good to hear. East Midlands doing very well on the Warhammer front. Nothing beats beans on bear. What about Battlestar Galactica? Tom Watson is nearby to Leicester. There we go, you guys can meet up, have a little game. Bear meat is also dangerous to eat due to parasites. In the butcher shop I grew up, we would recommend the bears be fat trimmed and use the meat for a grind to make sausages. Yeah, what do bears eat then to get the parasites? I guess bears eat whatever they want to eat, right? Not a lot will outfight a bear. They're great for making sausage and salami. Nice. Slow Rule. Sweet bears mean something entirely different to me. Yeah, bears and cubs. See, I used to think a twink was somebody that did PvP at level 19 in World of Warcraft, but now we know there are multiple meanings for multiple words. Speaking of, they released that new Intercessor. Hope you all fund GW so I get one Xenos model this year. Bears will get parasites from carrion, they find. They are largely scavengers. Okay. Level 30 is twink death. That's it, yeah. If it doesn't end with a 9, your twink is dead. Old school World of Warcraft, baby! Right. Let's figure out how this sticks in the hole. Oh, that's not glued on properly. Let me fix that situation. How I managed to do that? Glue that on. Do-do-do-do. Still can't believe people call using a low-level account smurfing. Fun with words, right? Hey, we got Robin Chief in the Twitch. How's it going, Robin? Are you good? How are you getting on? How was your weekend? How goes the Space Wolf Army expansion, Robin Chief? Frankie used to live next to San Fran. There's a whole separate slang there. Yeah, I always like having fun with words. That's the whole beauty of the language, right? Jacob is trying out Black Desert Online. Nice. An MMORPG that plays like Tekken. Are you enjoying it? Are you having fun? Been around a while, hasn't it, BDO? The expansion of the Space Wolves army is going. Yesterday I was done with the Head Takers. And today, almost done with the new Blood Claws. I like it, Robin. If you are in our Discord, you can see there's currently a competition running to the 27th of April where you could win some Space Wolves if that's what you want to win. Check it out in the points and prizes section of the Discord. And if you don't have the Discord, !Discord in chat will get you a link and you can check it out. It's basically Crimson Desert, but an MMO, so I figured I'd give it a try, and man, I was sleeping on it. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Slow Rule met their wife in BDO. Incredible techers. Tech support is off home. Thanks for being here, tech support. Thank you for all the food-related chefing discussion. Safe journey home. Have a good rest of your day. And anybody that wants to get involved in the chat, if you're in the YouTube or the Twitch, give us a hello, hi. If you could give us a subscribe in YouTube, that would be super useful as we're trying to get to 500 this month. And anyone that hasn't pressed a thumbs up yet, give a little slap to the thumb button. We're about on par with the most likes we've ever had on a live stream today, so thank you all for that, appreciate it. And we've covered everything from potholes to eating bears today, which is nice. It's got a little notch in it. These notches are super helpful. Nice. This has probably been my nicest Necron model to put together, I think, so far. Just designed well. What a time to be alive. not many pages left. In fact, we're on the last couple of pages now. Right, 22. Okay. Ow. I'm not entirely sure how that fits in there. Oh, I pushed that out. Oh no! Maybe I should just give that a go. Doesn't seem right, but I'm gonna make it anyway. Stephen is playing old school Total War Rome 2. Like the strategy, and it's been good for taking a break on painting. I like to go back and forth. Have you tried any of the Warhammer games, Stephen, out of interest? You may be able to find some Warhammer games similar to that. Jacob, gotta run. Time to wake my son up. Have a good one, y'all. Thanks for being here, Jacob. Good to see you again. Have a good rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. And Lazy has got to go too. Thanks for being here, Lazy. If you are streaming today, I hope that goes well. Looks like we'll just get this done just in time to finish the stream, which is good. Good timing. Yeah, we'll probably do another 10-15 minutes. We'll get this finished and then open some packs of Warhammer stickers. As we open trading cards at the start and stickers at the end. That's how these streams tend to go. Are there any Tacticus players here? I've never even heard of Tacticus. Or is Tacticus the mobile Warhammer game? think it is, right? Slow rule, man. Talking about BDO made me so melancholic. Well, that's a nice thing to achieve in the stream, right? What else have you been up to, Slow rule? Have you eaten any chocolate to celebrate the bank holiday weekend? Is anybody else? What kind of stuff have you guys been eating this weekend? Any decent meals or Easter eggs? Anything like that? Stephen plays Total War Warhammer 3. It's bitchin'! But I kept getting beat in the later turns. I like to play the orcs and the dwarves. Nice. I can get behind the orcs and the dwarves. The green skins and the short kings. Tacticus is the mobile Warhammer game. Yeah, I did download it. I played a few levels, but didn't really get into it. How about you, Psycho? Do you play it? Do you enjoy it? Here we go. Again, that fits really well. Super duper pooper scooper. Coming on nicely. Not got much left to go on this. Some shoulder pads, a couple of tails, and then a head. Safari so goody this. Patrick had hamburgers on hot cross buns. Nice. Oh, I bet that was actually quite nice, right? The sweet and savoury combo. Psycho, level 60 on the old Tacticus game. Nice work. Play on both my personal phone and work phone. Nice. GG. Which army do you play most on Tacticus, Psycho? Smoked pulled pork shoulder. This is a problem with talking about food. It always gets me super hungry before I go to bed. We didn't do anything special. Had gyros though. Love him. Ah, you went Greek. You went Greek for the weekend. I like it. Patrick had that with a smoky cheddar. Oh, yes please. Who doesn't like a smoky cheddar? Even the shoulder pads are designed well now. Yeah, this for a fiddly Necron model, this has been a breath of fresh air. Absolutely delightful. Even a fat-handed simpleton like me has managed to put it together. What a glowing review. Lovely jubbly. I'll turn it around and put some tails in the tail holes. Psycho. It's a combination based on traits. My main army is from Custodes. And then Lucian and Dante from Blood Angels. Khan and Ragnar. I do like Khan with his Hungry X. I'm hoping we get a new Khan model this year. Nice beefy Khan would be good. Because the Khan model as it is now has been around for what, 20 years, is it? Maybe more. Right, this looks fiddly. Let's see if we can do this. How does this? Ah, it goes outside like that. Goes over the top. Good stuff, good stuff. One more tail and then the face. Psycho. I'll try to build as many characters as I can. I needed Khan. Is a beast and fun to play with. Don't let him close to your troops because he is not the betrayer for nothing. That's it. When the axe hungers, any soul will do. Right, just the face we need now. Just the face. And then once this is complete, we'll open some packs of Warhammer stickers, which some of you may have never seen before. But I like collecting all things Warhammer. We have the trading cards, we have the stickers, and you can see more of them in my YouTube shorts. Nice. And he is complete. Now we'll stick him onto the base. The Necrosaur looks fun to paint, hard but fun. I mean, it's been really nice to put together, which is often a lot of the battle with Necrons. There we go. Lovely job. Lovely jubbly. So we've done some work on painting Gilliman. Who I will continue to paint tomorrow. But he's coming together nicely. We'll continue a little bit on that tomorrow. But now we need to put this guy on my Necron shelf. And then we need to open some Warhammer stickers. Dum dum da 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 doo. Make sure the lid's on that. A couple of packs of stickers. Let's see if we can avoid some duplicates today, would be good. Nicely done, sir. That is a big-ass tactical rock for sure. Rabute is looking great. Thank you, thank you. I'm actually super proud of Rabute, how he's gone so far. It was quite a daunting model to start with because had I knew that would happen. I've just snapped this flame off. I'm sure we'll fix that. Nothing a little bit of green stuff won't solve. But yeah, the amount of detail on him was so daunting, but I'm glad I tackled it. An eagle head under his foot, yeah. Looks pretty cool, right? So, let's see what stuff we can get in here. 4 stickers and 1 tradable card. Let's see how many non-duplicates we can get today. I need about 30 more stickers for the album. Now, that looks pretty cool, right? Pretty cool indeed. Those helmets are definitely duplicates. Ooh, one of the Houses of Wolves. In fact, we got 2. Back-to-back wolf houses. And our card at the end looks like a Custodes. One of the Golden Boys. This is Captain General Trajan Valoris. Okay, second pack. I think at least one of those stickers is one I need, I think. Oh, we've got an Orc Warboss to start this pack off. Whoa. Then we have a Necron. Seems pretty apt for today's stream. We have the feet of a Space Marine. And the blade of a Space Wolf. Space Wolf going out to Robin Chief in the Twitch. And that's Belisarius Call. I recognise that guy anywhere. Archmagos Dominus Belisarius Call. The creator of the new Space Marines. Right then, let's see what we can fit into this sticker album. And what is a duplicate. As we do a little bit of a nostalgic sticker album sticking. Right. Put these in some sort of order. Figure out what we have as duplicates. Nice 69 dudes. They're roughly in order. So, let's get to the rank helmets, which, as we said, was already known to be a duplicate. I already knew that. Onto the duplicate pile. And if anybody wants my duplicate pile, you're more than welcome to it. Just send me a message in the Discord. And then you too can complete your very own Warhammer 40k sticker album. I have enough duplicates to like 70% fill another sticker album, to be honest. I thought this wasn't a dupe, but it is. It's the Dark Shroud. The ancient relic of the Raven Wing. So we're not doing too well so far. Ragnar Blackmane is also a duplicate. '95 and 98 are either of these ones we need. 98 is one that we need. The Iron Wolves. We've nearly completed the whole circle of wolf companies. Or the House of Wolves, as I call it. Only 2 more required. We just need the Sons of Morkai and the Death Wolves. Is this a duplicate war boss or one that we need? It is a duplicate, as you can see. As you can see. And our final card. So we at least got one non-duplicate. However, Trazin the Infinite, the Collector, who you may have seen in the Warhammer stage musical, the April Fool's joke from Warhammer, which actually looked super cool. Trazin is also a duplicate. So 8 stickers, 7 of them were duplicates today. But I appreciate you being here whilst I open them up. So we'll do a bit more of that tomorrow. Warhammer cards, where can I buy those? So if you're in the UK, which you are not, you can buy them from Panini or eBay. Assuming you can use eBay in your country, you can buy Warhammer cards or Warhammer stickers. There are lots of Age of Sigmar cards. There are only 1 or 2 sets of Warhammer 40,000 cards. And those stickers, you can buy those as well. Pretty cool. Frankie, later fellas. See you next stream. Back to work. Have a great rest of your day, Frankie. Thanks for being here. Bouncing. See you all tomorrow, you wonderful people. Cheers, dude. See you tomorrow. Yes, thank you all. Appreciate you all for being here. Thanks for clicking like. Thanks for all of the subscribes. Thank you very much for the tip. $10 sent earlier. Very much appreciated. But that is the end of today's stream. We stream every Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Thank you to everyone that got involved with the giveaway as well. That will be happening on the 27th of April with more information in the Discord. It was good to hang out. See you later. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Psycow. Thank you, Slow Rule and Tom Watson as well. Haha, see you tomorrow, stream man. No, I was enjoying this. Well, Tobias, you're more than welcome to watch the streams on demand, as you can go and watch them all back if you want. But it's been great meeting you today, Tobias. I hope to see you again tomorrow and Wednesday and in the Discord. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you all again soon. Cheerio!